Hello, welcome back to another What's So on eBay. This is for last week, October 22nd to the October 28th of 2023. The theme for this past week probably will be video games and Christmas. So let's get started here. Here we have a Xbox memory card use. And this is part of the big 500 lot that I purchased. The guy threw in at the end a bunch of junk games and bunch of accessories and so forth. Those add up. I already sold over $100 worth of games, which already you can take it away from the purchase price was 400, for example. It's very simple. He doesn't value this little thing. So when you're buying a lot, make sure that if you can throw some other accessories or stuff that you can, sell for $10, $15, and you get 10 of those, guess what? You get $100 profit right there. Here's an example. All right, here is the sale of the week. Is a complete inbox use PlayStation 3 60 gigabyte backwards compatible. That's the key. It's the CECH801 model, and it's backward to PS2 and PS1 games. And again, I can show a video demonstrating that it worked. And this is one way to convince your buyer. And guess what it's sold at? $450. I was asking 500, but let's see, within sold on when did it sell? Probably October 20th, and it was listed on the October 19th. So basically, within the day, I get an offer, and so you know what? Can't complain. I paid 500 for the whole lot, and this pretty much gave me back most of the money. Everything else is like I said, those throwing games already helped me pay for the whole thing, including this. So look for if you ever run into PS3, make sure if you can find what the model and check if it's the backward compatible model. All right, here's another example. $10, but it's free. Throw in with the buy. It's a PS3 video game. Okay, here is a Hugo Boss. I normally don't buy too much Hugo Boss item. They don't hold the value very well, but this was a very well made knit cardigan, and I had it up for a while, and it's sold, and I got returned because either the size didn't fit or something. I was able to relist it and took an offer for $45. I was asking 60. It's been up like again. I guess during the summertime, nobody's looking at it, so I took an offer. Even though the theme here now is coming to winter and people are starting to buy knit sweater, and this is has cashmere blend in there too, so that helps a lot. All right. So here's the other theme, Christmas. I might have mentioned in prior video I bought a online auction a lot of Christmas ornament few months ago, and I just listed in October, and it started selling. So uh, took an offer for 15. I asked 25. Just want to move them. I already made got my money back and in the profit already. So I don't want to hold on to Christmas for another year. And here is another example. This came from a lot of shoes I bought online auction again. I was asking for 60 since May. Again, wrong time to list them, but that's when I got them. Um, it's a beautiful Talbot flat shoes and has a Christmas snowflake embroidery with the plaid design. So it's perfect for the holidays. And I get a lot of low ball offer, but I finally accepted a $30 offer for it. Again, I don't want to hold on a year for it. So, if you like this is probably a couple of dollars, few dollars into it. And if you can get some profit and before you have to wait for a longer time, I would sell it. All right, here is Tory Burch quilted sneaker. It's kind of rare item. I had it up wow for a long time at a very high price, like $100, but it never sold for, gosh, for like 8 months or something. I keep dropping the price from. This is how I indicate that I usually start with 99 cents at the end, and then I drop once, twice, three times. I'm at the 95. So it's just been 4 or 5 times. I'm gone from like $100 to $60. I finally took an offer at $35. It's a great pair of shoes, but I guess not many people wanting it until the winter season's coming. I guess I bought it wrong time and finally just got rid of it. Paid $10 for it, I remember. All right. So here is the other guitar from the buy, like big video game buy. This if again, it's the Jin Simmons from Kiss PS3, PS2 Rock Band Guitar Hero controller, and I took an offer for 190. And yeah, I sold two of them in the same price range, almost $200 each. So $500, the games, the PS3 already pretty much paid for it. All of this are pretty much just profit. About video games, if you get good titles, you can pay up for them and they will move fast. Here is a Sigma lens. I might have mentioned in prior video, I selling this for a friend who had a whole Sigma camera lens system, and I've been slowly selling them. I took an offer for $300 from this price. Again, I dropped the price probably from 600 to 425, and finally took an offer. Unfortunately, Sigma lens SA mount is not a popular one. Right now, it's all the Sony's and Canon and Fuji, and so, but I'm still able to take 150 profit out of here because we're splitting it. Not bad for probably what 10 minutes of cleaning it, taking picture and listing it. Okay, another 10 minutes to ship it or whatever. So it's like 25 minutes for $150. Not too bad when you don't have to pay for it. The reason I brought this up is an older Brighton hand purse, handbag. I do quite well with handbag, and I need to well, you need to know what to buy. The reason I brought this up, Brighton is a good bolo. It's not as popular in name wise as like Michael Kors or Kate Spades or Coach. Brighton is a boutique store, and their stuffs are highly sought after by people who likes them, and they hold the value pretty good. This one I took an offer for 36. I had it up for almost a year, but other stuff they have are jewelries, watches, and accessories. But it does sell. I mean, I'm sure I paid no more than $10 or $15 for this one. Still, th- it took a long time in this particular one. Okay, this is another part of the game system. I took an offer for 20. I was asking for 30. It's a Japanese version, so you have to have a special systems to play with it. But again, here's another example of throw in games that people don't think is worth anything. You get $20 here, it adds to the profit. And here's another one. Needs for Speed. So for 14.99, another $10 or more profit right there. Okay. Next is an Native American, I believe, necklace. It's sterling silver with malachite stone. This was listed since August. Um, I took an offer for 32. I'm starting to take more lower offer just because I want to able to churn and make money and use that to make more money. Otherwise, if I want somewhere close to 40, it might even take longer since most of the time the cost from garage sales or estate online auctions, it's not where I pay like $25 or something like that. So okay, here's an example of what's currently doing well on the eBay women's clothing is denim, and denim jumpsuit apparently is doing quite well. I picked this up beginning of October listed, and it's so within October 24th, like about a week and a half, 2 week, at an offer of $42. Um, that's not bad. However, this is new wood tech. It is Zara. It's not like the high end label. Here's another example of the winter season, holiday seasons. It's a vintage polo Ralph Lauren knit. This was sold and returned, and I relisted it. Actually, did I? No, this is a different. Anyway, this one's listed back in May, and I took an offer of 30 because it's been a while. I need to get better at picking the right stuff at the right season, but sometimes you don't have a choice. If it's in front of you for $5 in the summertime, hey, it still works. Well, here's another part of the Christmas theme. It's a village square Christmas city hall, and I paid $5 for this back in February. Again, the wrong season, but now we're in the right season, and I sold it, or I sent an offer at 39, or one of the, anyway, it's an offer for $30.99. 5 into 30. I'll take that any day. Okay, here's another example of the purse that I do well, or in this case, a wrist wallet. It didn't look like very much when you're looking at it. It's kind of shiny, it's kind of scratched, because of the, it's vinyl plastic, but the name is important. Marc Jacob. If you see Marc Jacob, look it up. I paid a couple bucks for this, asking for 30, sold for 20 in what, less than a week. Here is another Bolo item. Is Harley Davidson items. If you happen to find Harley Davidson, please check them. This one I paid $10 at a garage sale. The guy know what he had, and he said, it's kind of expensive, but it's an older one. It's basically it's a I guess a screen. It's called a soft tail for motorcycle. So I paid 10. I was asking 125. So for under $100 at an offer I sent out. Here is another thing to learn about cameras. A lot of those very small, compact Nikon, Canons, Fuji. If you have, if you see them, um, look them up. Usually, the people selling them don't realize how much they pay for in the beginning, and now they think it's not worth a lot. I literally paid $2 for this one at a garage sale, and I didn't come with any charging cable. I happen to have one at home, because I sell quite a bit of camera stuff, and I have this cable and this cable, and I was able to charge the memory card and battery that came with it, and the case came with it, and it tested and it works. And this one has a 21 megapixel, so it's quite a bit for a little compact. And I sold it at full asking price, $125 in a week, I believe. Yeah, 24, so 27. Okay, here is another Bolo, I guess, or brand name to look out is Salvador from Ferragamo. Anything with that name is worth looking up. In this case, is used shoes. It's a woman's one. I took an offer 45. I was asking 60, and this also part of the shoe lot I bought. Probably, a few dollars into it. And here's another example of the game lot I bought. Again, $15. It was thrown in. Halo. People don't like, oh, Xbox game not worth much. Probably not when you buy it by itself. But when it's thrown in as a big lot, that adds to the profit. So that, make sure when you buy a lot, try to throw in as many things you can to average your cost to all the items. And I just listed 5 vintage handmade quilt. I don't remember exactly where they all came from, but they're under $20 or 25 under. Usually I pay depending on condition and the size. Uh, if you don't do, but vintage handmade quilt is very sought after. Some designs are a lot more in demand than others. This one is just looked very simple, handmade squares. I was asking at 100, and October 27 I listed. No, is that right? Yeah, and I sold it the next day at an offer that was sent to me at 75. Again, I'm taking quick profit. I paid 20 or so for this thing, and I got 75 within 3 days of listing. So you can't complain. So the story to this week is, if you have holiday stuff, list them: sweaters, jackets, Christmas items, and items to look out for a vintage Handsewn Quilt, compact cameras, and video game lots, I guess. So thank you for your time. If you have any comments, questions, please put them down below. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. I really would grateful for you for doing that. I'm really trying hard to grow this channel. That's about it. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful week.